Hello, people, and welcome to another Fyxshion Reydiou. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite anime of all times, which is Yu Yu Hakusho. So, Dids.
I'm back. Guess who's back? What's up?
Alright, can you tell us a little bit about Yu Yu Hakusho?
So, Yu Yu Hakusho, I think it also has a subtitle, The Ghost Files, if I'm not mistaken. I remember that one. Yeah, it's about this high school kid, Yusuke Urameshi, and he has this alcoholic mother, who is also one of my favorite characters in an anime ever displayed. I love dysfunctional characters. Fight me. But yeah, he is going through a lot of trouble with his family, and then accident happens. He tries to be a very good Samaritan, and he dies.
In the very first episode.
In the very first episode. So please, this is not a spoiler. Don't at me. Don't fight. Cash me outside. This is not big spoilers. He dies. This is the point of the anime, and then he gets revived as a spirit by a spirit of death. I'm not going to refer to her, just in case. And yeah, he starts exorcising spirits, basically, is how he starts. And then the anime evolves into a lot more interesting chapters and storylines, introducing more characters, and it becomes probably, one of the best animes of all time. Obviously, Zyber's favorite of all time.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been a while since I watched it, but it is definitely one of the animes that I watched that I'm like, I could probably recall a lot of the show if I put my head into it.
Yeah, and I can remind you some of the good parts, which...
Oh no, I already know the best part. I know the best part by memory, but we're not going to touch into that
Yeah,
yet.
exactly. So this anime, I had a history back in the day when it first has its debut on the stage, which was Cartoon Network back in the day with Toonami and all that.
Yeah.
And I was this dumb kid who thought that, oh man, that's a piece of trash. I just want to punch myself. Back in that day, dude, what are you saying? So, years passed, and then I saw some clips. My mind changed because I love Dragon Ball. I love these martial arts kinds of anime. And when I saw Yu Yu Hakusho, I was like, did I miss all this?
Yes,
oh, God.
you did.
So I started watching it completely on 2012. I was very late to the series. I was so late. I was trying to look for that perfect anime that triggers me that kind of nostalgic level of those 90s style of animation, even the music, the characters. I want an anime that will made me feel that way. And finally I found Yu Yu Hakusho. So yeah, getting that aside. So my favorite character as a whole is Yusuke. It's very rare that for me that the protagonist is the actual the main character is my favorite of all of them, and it's very weird. I thought at the beginning, my favorite is gonna be Hiei. That wasn't the case.
I would have thought that as well. Yeah. Knowing you.
Yeah.
You like to go for the very dark character.
Exactly. Yeah, but not this time. Not this time.
You don't like Forbidden Children? That was Hiei's nickname, the Forbidden Child.
Yeah, Forbidden Child. Yeah. Oh my God, his
born
background
of a fire
story.
demon and an ice demon. Crazy, man.
Poor kid. Poor kid. So yeah, So where do we start? I mean, there's so much to talk about in this series.
Yeah, I gotta say, at least my period of like binging the series, like I watched it when it came out on Cartoon Network and it was running and all that. But my period of binging the series was during high school and like the first and second year of college. So I remember. Excuse me. So I remember when I think it was I finished watching Akira, the movie, and I really loved the art style. And then someone told me you should watch Yu Yu Hakusho since it's a slightly similar art style. Yeah. A little later, but very similar. And I did because I remembered the show from Cartoon Network, but I haven't like watched it all the way through, paying attention to the storylines.
Exactly.
But yeah, I watched it, and Jesus Christ, it was great. It was great. I don't remember all of it, but a lot of the storylines were very, very nice. I was disappointed with something specific that I'll bring up in a bit. But
yeah,
Zyber loves when there's things that have me disappointed. Zyber freaking loves it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really, really good. I love the storylines, and I'm gonna be honest. You said your favorite character is Yusuke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my favorite character is Kuwabara.
Yusuke, you're a messy.
No, I'm kidding. It's not. It's not Kuwabara. My favorite character is Master Genkai. Ever since she came onto the scene with the elimination tournament for finding apprentices, Jesus Christ, I loved that arc.
That arc there.
So much. It was like the introduction of like, this is what the show is gonna be. Mm-hmm. This is the trouble that we mean. It's like, bring it, anime world. Like,
fighting
amazing.
demons. Fighting demons.
It's like, we fighting demons, we fighting other psychics, we fighting people with abilities. Just bring it.
Yes.
It was amazing, man.
Yes. Now that you talk about Genkai, there's a lot to talk about Genkai, and she is one of my favorite senseis of all times. There's Master Roshi, there's Jiraiya from Naruto, there is also
rest in peace, Jiraiya. Spoilers.
Yeah. So there's something about the spirit gun that Genkai actually was it Genkai that, I don't think it was Genkai that taught Yusuke to use I think it was Koenma.
Yeah, Koenma. It was Koenma, but Genkai was the one that helped him like increase his spiritual energy, and it like having the where he would like hold his fist to his face and look like his fingers would relate to how many times he could shoot the spirit gun.
Yeah, like, okay, I have like 5 or 4 bullets left.
I got 4 bullets left. It's like, what happens if you keep going? What happens if you keep going, boy?
Man, it's
like, just train him to do an assault rifle. What's up?
So, your favorite fights of the series?
Aside from any Yusuke versus Kuwabara moment, I would probably say Yusuke versus Toguro. For sure. Toguro is this like big bad. He's like the Frieza of Yu Yu Hakusho, basically. He's like, this ain't even my final form.
Exactly.
And he just gets meaner and uglier and tougher and then I don't know how in one form it's like Yusuke's like, I'ma shoot a spirit gun, and it does absolutely no damage. And then it's just like, I'ma shoot another spirit gun, and I just pierced your freaking heart.
Yeah.
But I love that fight. It's like it has the anime cliche of going a little too long.
Well, cliche now, but back in the day,
yeah.
Yeah,
back in the day, that was the norm.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Just look at Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good fight. I love it. The way that they have it affect, because it's in a arena tournament saga.
Exactly, yeah.
And
the Dark Tournament saga. That's the
Dark Tournament. And
it's
yeah, and it has like they have like crowd and announcers and all that, and how you see it not only affect the people in the fight and the main characters and the villains per se, but how it also affects the people in the tournament.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to spoil specifically, but a lot of people are affected by like the pressure of power and how certain people's powers work, and it's how it not only affects the characters but the world around itself. It's very interesting, especially how most of the bad guys are like, we want to take over the real world and screw shit up, you know?
Exactly, yes. And that tournament, totally loved it. There was a lot of passion there for fighting, for winning, there was a purpose.
The nurse's tent. That was the purpose. It's like, cure me. Cure me, mama.
He was really pissed off there, like, I don't want to be here.
He's like, I don't like affection. No.
So my favorite fight of that dark tournament was Chuburn versus Yusuke.
Okay.
The drunk guy?
Yeah.
The knife?
Yeah.
With the knife? That was the... Oh, God, like that.
Really?
The knife battle. I was like, yeah. Like, we're gonna bleed to death here.
Dang.
Like, bang, like, right there. And, like, Jesus Christ, that was the best for me. It's just... There I saw Yusuke be like, this guy is... This is the one. This is the one, because it's his fighting style is almost the same as my style for fighting. I like kickboxing and all, and I also practice kickboxing. I train too, and like I saw him as myself too, because he likes fighting with his hands a lot, little with his legs, but more with his arms, and that's where I like. This dude, it's just like me.
If I was gonna go for fighting styles, I would probably say one of my favorite fighting styles is Kurama.
The Rose Whip.
Because if you know me, I love anyone with a whip.
Yep.
Why? Because I am a cold hard Castlevania fan.
Yep.
And any character with a whip is gonna be like, hell yeah.
So your favorite saga is the Dark Tournament, is that correct?
Dark Tournament, for sure.
Nice.
Unless you want to do the Genkai or
that's
like the second, I guess.
So my personal, and I love this because this was very unique. This felt more like I wanted in the series. Chapter Black. It's with Sensui.
Okay.
So yeah. This is my favorite saga, and I love the Dark Tournament, but the Chapter Black hit me so hard because this was a topic about the dark things about human beings. And Togashi, the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, back in the days, these animes weren't afraid of telling people what the mangakas are actually like. I want to show this to the people. I want to show how greed and how bad people are. Like Chapter Black is the darkest part of humanity, and they like, oh my gosh, this is Sensui. The reason why Sensui got against the human beings was because of that chapter, because the humans were disgusting, they were evil, and when Sensui saw a demon being tortured by humans, because it was the way around, instead of a demon killing a human, it was the way around, and Sensui saw that, and he came for that Chapter Black, which was hidden somewhere, and he got it, and he totally mind controlled these people, these 7 people. One was my favorite was Doctor, and he has this psychic powers to poison people or something with some weird bugs. I love that fight. That's one of my favorite fights too. Also, the Sensui is my favorite bad guy because his 7 personalities is just amazing. it's just, oh my god, I love it. And
it's a reference to the 7 deadly sins, right?
it's something like that.
Yeah.
It's and the most cool about it is that people been denying it, but he is also gay. I was like, yes.
I don't.
He is also gay. Yes.
I never
yes.
thought about that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people know he ain't gay. Like, you can see with his partner, because his partner is very feminine, and he's also very, you know, skinny and sometimes feminine.
Yeah,
And like,
he has his moments.
he has his
It
moments,
leaks
exactly.
through.
And yeah, it's that chapter. Also, I love that chapter because Kuwabara was the main concentration there.
Yeah.
Because of the opening some dimensions, and that was the only way to open the demon world to connect to the human world, and that's what Sensui wanted to do in the first place. And that is just an awesome villain. It's just like that's a bad guy.
Uh-huh.
And like, damn this. I just love this series so much because it's especially that chapter Black, because of that topic. Because today we see anime, they don't actually show that too much, like the darkest part of humanity, the darkest part of something, like, no,
Like, at least there are a few. I could probably mention a few that have recently done that, but they're just not. They don't get as mainstream as shows like Yu Yu Hakusho did.
Exactly.
Which really saddens me with like the state of anime currently. Really
Yeah.
doesn't make me want to like watch too much of the new animes.
Exactly.
Because it's something that I really like when they really want to get like psychological and
Yeah.
really explain to you like everything behind a character or multiple characters.
Exactly.
Or the version of humanity or other races like demons in that anime universe. And Yu Yu Hakusho was definitely probably the best anime to
Yeah.
ever do that.
There's some discrimination.
Anime series, because I would
Exactly.
definitely put Akira above it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But anime series, Yu Yu Hakusho definitely.
Exactly. In terms of discrimination and all that we're living today, like, people get like, oh, you're gay, then you're trash. You're this, you're trash. And Yu Yu Hakusho, like, wow, even though the main villain was gay, he was badass. He had so many forms, so many personalities. God, he was just the best.
Now you know what? I really want to try looking up Sensui cosplays. I don't think I've ever seen one.
It's just hard because he has real costumes, like, yeah, and that's Sensui versus Yusuke fight. Dragon Ball style, just how I love it, like, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just like, and of course, my other favorite saga, and I know a lot of people are coming to be like, man, what? It's gonna be the last one. The
What?
Yes,
Bro, okay. I was gonna mention that. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go for a bit.
So, the Three Kings saga, it's more of it's about the three kings of Demon World. Spoilers. One of them dies, which is Yusuke's ancestral father, and it's all because of him. It's because Yusuke went to Demon World, and
By the way he get there was really stupid. The freaking video games.
yeah. Togashi's a video game. Yeah.
Right? That was
Yeah.
like he had to do that to then access the demon
Yeah.
world. And that's like, I'm sorry, you're an anime that did so many things, broke so many boundaries, and did everything so great, and the way to access the demon world is to beat a dude through video games.
No, but that was on the Sensui saga.
Oh, that was Sensui Saga?
Sensui saga, yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. Genkai played with that kid.
Yeah,
And-
the Genkai did the easiest
Yeah, the
part.
easiest one. I remember
And then
that.
everyone's like, well, shit.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Let's see. So yeah. But they open a portal or something like that. But
I guess because they go to a cave to open a portal. I guess I confused it because the cave is somewhere
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something like that.
But yeah, this is something very.
I will say that for a lot of those parts, I felt like they reused a lot of like drawn locations, like when they would go to caves or like inside towers and hallways
Exactly,
and stairs
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like even if it was like different towers and all that, on
Exactly,
the
yeah.
outside definitely looked different. But on the inside, like when they would show them like moving around and running around,
Mhm.
they did reuse a lot.
Ah,
but
yeah.
I guess like it's an old anime. Like it was.
Yeah,
I
of
think it
course.
finished. The anime finished like 95, 96 maybe.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's like I guess it's a limitation of the time.
Exactly.
for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I also love this saga because we see Kurama's backstory. Kurama was not a good guy. Jesus, he made a lot of stuff that okay, Kurama, that
He likes to whip it.
yeah. And also I love the relationship between Hiei and Makuro, one of the 3 demon kings,
Hmm.
and like
Definitely a fight that I would want to watch
yeah.
for sure.
So who's your favorite couple?
Damn. I guess I have to go with the classic Yusuke and Keiko. For sure.
Kuwabara and Yukina.
Kurabara and Yukina? Really? Okay.
I just love that. Just like, Yukina.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Kuwabara, I respect him, but he's like he's like the cocky dude from Hajime no Ippo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
The one that got scratched by the
Yeah.
fire. He's like it's like those characters for me are like really.
Yeah. So so what about the ending? So yeah, we got 8 minutes left. So what about the ending? What's your concern? Let's see.
I started loving it because it's a tournament saga. If you want me to love a saga in an anime, give me a goddamn tournament.
Yeah.
But they never finished it.
It was rushed out.
It was
It was
rushed.
rushed,
It was
yeah.
a rushed ending. It was
Yeah.
very obvious that it's a rushed ending,
yeah.
and the fact that it's a tournament is the type of if there's any type of saga or ending or whatever that you're not supposed to rush and let play out.
Yeah, it's a
Tournament.
it's a
They
tournament.
introduced so many characters and then rushed the ending. And the reason why I like Yu Yu Hakusho so much is because
Because
it's
of the-
there's always character progression.
Yeah.
Wh-
Yeah.
Every single character
development
mattered.
is awesome.
And they were character development and progression was amazing. Like everyone was always evolving. Kurama, we saw him evolving throughout a lot of the sagas, and then
yeah.
at the end they dropped this huge ass bomb in the last saga of who he really was before, and it's like, holy damn! Now we're going towards the past character progression, and it was insane. I freaking loved it. But then they rushed it, which is completely different from what the rest of the anime was to me.
Totally getcha. Yeah, I totally agree.
It's like they introduced a lot of cool
Yes,
characters, but then we didn't find out anything about most of them.
This was the beginning of Togashi's back pain. This is why we're getting a lot of hiatus from Hunter x Hunter today.
Oh, yeah.
He began with that problem at that last saga, and even Shonen Jump were rushing him, just like they rushed Bleach. They were rushing him too.
Did they rush Bleach? Oh.
Yeah, they were like, you have 3 months to finish.
Dang.
Yeah, it was like that. Shonen Jump sometimes they're good, but not great. You know. And
Nowadays, I really like watching more independent.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, I don't think it's that's what actually happened at that saga. He didn't want to rush it. He wanted to like complete the actual series. We know that because he came back with Hunter x Hunter, and you know how Hunter x Hunter is so great. But right now he's in this hiatus and all of that, and that's what happened back in the 90s. He started with this back pain. He still got married with the Sailor Moon mangaka, and
Oh, did he?
yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
So he received some help from her, but
I can. Now that I'm thinking about it, there are a couple of characters that are like.
I can
get that. I can get that vibe. Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that Sailor Moon's type of feeling. So yeah, it's towards the ending, the fault is nobody's. I know that Shonen Jump is a business, and if you do not finish progressing your story as fast as they want, then it's. But at the same time,
the EA of anime.
Yeah, the EA of anime. Yeah, Shonen Jump is kind of like that kind of company. But yeah, it's, for me, the ending. Even the last episode, man, my favorite episode either was the fight of the Doctor and the Doctor's development, because the Doctor changed his face too.
Yeah.
But the ending, I just wanted a kiss. Something that you do not see in any other show. And like, I want a kiss. I want a kiss. And we got the kiss, and we got that sunset that I wanted. That sunset on the beach with one of my favorite openings of all times.
And my heart will go on.
Oh God. So yeah, we could talk about more about Yu Yu Hakusho. Right now, I do not remember all of the great stuff. But yeah, as for this Team Urameshi, there's a lot of other animes that got inspired by this anime.
For sure. Hunter x Hunter is basically the spiritual successor, for sure. Like, the Hunter license exam saga was a carbon copy of the Master Genkai Apprentice saga.
Exactly, yeah. It's like Togashi, well, maybe I could reference that.
And I did enjoy it. Like the final parts of both sagas ends in like a swamp type area.
Exactly. Yes. It's and it's pretty amazing once you like have you seen Flame of Recca?
Which one?
Flame of Recca.
No.
That got hugely inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
You could tell, like, okay, that happened like Yu Yu Hakusho, and it also has a tournament. Yeah.
I'm in.
And the tournament is called the Death Tournament. So it's very inspired by Yu Yu Hakusho. So a lot of people say, oh, it's a copy, but no, guys, see it as an inspiration, because this was also in the 90s. This was actually like at least 2 years passed from Yu Yu Hakusho, and Flame of Recca, after those 2 years, made its debut. Flame of Recca is the same mangaka as Mar. You remember Mar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. So yeah, it's I recommend, if you have not watched Yu Yu Hakusho, please give it a chance. It's at some point it leveled Dragon Ball Z back in the 90s, like in that Dark Tournament. Like, they were head to head with the series, and the competition was very, very well back in the day. And like,
yeah, like at least for people that like definitely paid attention to anime, for sure, like definitely rivaled it. Of course, you're gonna have like the popular opinion of like Dragon Ball Z was always better, but that's like the popular opinion of people that maybe don't watch it as often.
Yeah. So have you watched the latest OVAs from Yu Yu Hakusho? The new ones that came out last year?
I did not know that new ones came out last year.
You will notice something about Master Genkai. I won't tell you, but you need to watch it because it's 2 OVAs. But yeah, it's amazing. It's just fulfilling. It's just I think those 2 OVAs are just like 2 or 3 chapters that they never made a debut on the anime. So they're just making it right now. That was the 25th anniversary for Yu Yu Hakusho. So recommend watching that.
It started in 92, 93?
92.
92.
Yeah. Which I was born that year too.
It's as old as me. Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing. And watch the Yu Yu Hakusho. Watch all the movies. Watch the OVAs. And this is an amazing anime which you can learn and appreciate all these characters. So yeah, anything else you want to say, Dids, before we close this podcast?
Hashtag not my ending tournament saga.
Hashtag. Alright, people, please don't forget to favorite, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel. This has been Zyber Punky.
And Dids.
We'll see you guys later.
Arigato.